Good evening, everyone. On this Christmas Eve, a 12-year-old girl and 2 other people are dead. 4 others are injured after a high-speed crash down Southeast Street.
It happened overnight. RTV6's Mike Pelton spoke with witnesses today about the street race and crash. They described it as violent.
Authorities believe the 20-year-old driver of the Ford Mustang was street racing with another car when he lost control and slammed into an SUV here at the Southeast Street overpass at I-465.
Hits the median, and when he hits the median, it launches the front end of the car into the air. And when it launched it into the air, when he came down right into the engine and the quarter panel on the driver's side of the Trailblazer.
Sean Kirkpatrick and Nick Zimmerman's Wednesday night saw them wind up on Southeast Street, right behind a Corvette and a Ford Mustang. They tell me the Mustang's driver had a clear goal.
Probably edging them on to start the race.
Yeah, they were talking to each other most definitely.
Yeah, they're like neck and neck, and the Mustang was trying to get the Corvette to start racing.
Authorities say the 20-year-old driver of the Mustang topped speeds in excess of 60 miles an hour before losing control, crossing over a center median, and slamming into a northbound Chevy Trailblazer. A man, a woman, and a 12-year-old girl in the SUV died just as the clock turned to Christmas Eve day.
You know, yes, you have the capability, the wherewithal, and even, you know, within your power to drive in a manner that's illegal. But just because you can doesn't mean you should.
IMPD tells us investigators are still piecing together the crash. To this point, there are no arrests or citations.
Once we get a reconstructionist, and they will look at the speeds, the direction of travel, where precisely those vehicles went airborne, skid marks. They will look at all of those things.
The pictures will always remain in the minds of Sean and Nick, who tried to help those injured in the crash, a fatal crash that forever changed lives just a day before Christmas.
You try not to think about it. You try to think of the best.
And the 4 people inside the Mustang all survived. The 20-year-old driver and 1 of the passengers are at Eskenazi. 2 other passengers were treated and released from Methodist Hospital, one of them just 10 years old. On the south side tonight, Mike Pelton, RTV6.
And our Call 6 Investigates team spent today looking into the man that police say was behind the wheel of the Mustang. Call 6 Investigates Paris Lubell live in the newsroom with what he has found out. Paris?
Good evening, Jason. The driver of the Mustang, just 20 years old, but according to police and the records we pulled today from the state of Indiana, he's been ticketed twice for traffic offenses. Police have identified the driver of the Mustang as 20-year-old Connor Tomlinson. In the official police report, they say he was racing a Corvette along Southeast Street. That's when the crash occurred. The report says that Tomlinson told police that he couldn't remember anything about the crash, and he was taken to a local hospital for an ankle injury. According to court records, Tomlinson had been ticketed twice for previous traffic offenses. The first ticket was in 2013. That's where he was ticketed for speeding. Now, the second ticket was in November of this year. That's when he was ticketed for an unsafe start, or better known as a burnout. And after last night's crash, police say the Mustang speedometer was stuck at 60 miles per hour. The speed limit on Southeast Street is only 40. Now, the driver of the Corvette, who police didn't identify, originally left the scene right after the crash, but returned a short time later with his father. Now, police have not charged Tomlinson with the crime, telling us this is still a very active investigation. Right now, Tomlinson is still in the hospital, listed in fair condition. Erica?